Vegas, San Bernardino.
Hello and welcome to the Pet Toon channel. Today we're getting all political, very controversial. To get started, we're going straight to Ask Johnny. Yeah, Johnny, it's great to be here for another edition of Ask Johnny. G'day, Johnny. It's great to have you here today too. Every day around here seems like Groundhog Day, but it's always good to see you. yeah, we got a letter here. A letter here, Johnny, from Ethel. And Ethel's in Wales, and the Pet Toon channel is dominating in Wales. Got lots of friends in Wales we have. She says, Johnny, I see the woke movement seems to be making its presence felt everywhere. Even into the military. Please reassure us, Johnny, that everything will be alright. All my love, Ethel. P.S. The Pet Toon channel merchandise is everywhere in Wales. Good on you, Ethel. What do you think about that, Johnny? Woke? We're as woke as hell round here. Black Lives Matter? We're into that. White Lives Matter? We're into that too. Any lives matter? By Jesus, we're behind that. More women in the workplace? We're behind that too. Less misogyny in the workplace? We're right behind it. Fanny, get in this cup of coffee for Christ's sake. Come on. Move. And make sure you put sugar in it this time, Fanny. Now, these troubles, or so-called troubles, have been happening for a long time. In fact, there's anthropological evidence that have been happening since the Stone Age. Have a look at this.
Well, Ma!
Hi, Fred.
What's the idea of being on television instead of being here making dinner? How many times have I told you a woman's place is in the home? Go ahead, explain why you were cooking my dinner on TV.
Well, this morning, Betty and I went down to see about getting a job.
That's concrete proof. But these sort of attitudes, they have been around a long time. You've only got to look at gorillas. Now, the male gorilla is a great big brute. Really, gorillas, huh? Now, he can't help it that he's just a big dumb brute. And humans are a little bit that way too. We've had millions of years of blokes fighting and protecting, doing all that sort of stuff in the Stone Age, and we still retain a bit of that attitude to this day. Now, it's going to take quite some time to get around that because it's sort of ingrained. That's no bloody excuse, mind you, but that's what's been going on. To me, I'm more concerned about wokeness infringing into our military. The military is there for one reason, and one reason only. It's not there to employ people and make them feel good about themselves, though that can be a consequence. The army is there to protect the country they're serving and flog the living daylights, mates, whoever sets foot in our country.
Have countries that have to be laughing at us now. They have to be. I would. I'm laughing at it because it's ridiculous. This isn't what the army is about. That's not what it's supposed to be. And anybody that served any time in the army or knows anybody that did knows that this kind of stuff is just an embarrassment to the work that they put in, the stuff that they fought for. That's just not the real reason why you should be joining the army at all. And if anybody joins the army based on...
Now, I've been reading recently that there are terms and terminologies in the army, in the armed forces, probably all the way bloody through it, that causing quite a bit of a ruffle. If, for instance, you can't call your blokes in your platoon lads anymore. Quite frankly, when the bullets start flying, I don't care what the bloody hell I'm called or what I call the other people. Let's just get your ass on the line over here and give us a hand. Everyone will be reassured by those comments, Johnny, I'm sure. There's a sergeant in the battlefield, and he has to go, excuse me, you persons, I need some well-adjusted individuals to climb up that hill in a manner that health and safety would recommend, and I want you to go over there as quietly as possible and blow the living shit out of the Taliban. The Army's first duty, all the armed forces' first duty is to get shot at and bombed. It's not an employment agency. Now, recently, of course, the Pet Toon Channel did an expose on that beautiful old show, the Beverly Hillbillies. But I don't think you can make a show like that today. It wouldn't be woke enough. The world's got two choices. We can tear down the fibre of every bloody, tear down the fibre of every society, renew them all, redistribute the wealth, put the world into the deepest, darkest recession we've ever had, or we could keep on making shows like the Beverly Hillbillies. Oh, Jesus, that's terrible. Well, it's pretty obvious that the Pet Toon Studios is fully woke. We have another letter here, Johnny, and this is from Wilt, and he's in New Guinea. And New Guinea, by God, we're strong in New Guinea. Thanks for all the listeners up there in New Guinea. Thanks for your support here in New Guinea. Thanks for your support. That's very much appreciated. Now, Wilt says, Johnny, a lot of publicity was given to the full moon last night. But disappointingly, it was cloudy here, and I was unable to see it. What did I miss? Wilt. P.S. The Prime Minister watches the Pet Toon Channel here every day. Well, thanks, Wilt, and thanks to the Prime Minister of New Guinea. Anyway, what do you think about that, Johnny?
It's just under 2 hours from now. Look skywards and you may be treated to the astronomical event of the year. The super blood moon is a rare combination of a supermoon and a total lunar eclipse. And it will be years before we see one again.
Now, last night, as I normally do, I was working late here at the Pet Toon Studios. It's just never ending, the workload here. And I remembered the full moon was coming. And so I bolted out onto the balcony, looked up in the sky because you couldn't see very much in it. And there, up in the heavens, was this tiny little glowing dot. Then I thought, Jesus, that's supposed to be spectacular. And that's when I thought about Halley's Comet. Yeah, Halley's Comet was a bloody disaster. Yeah, Halley's Comet's been coming round for ages. It was supposed to look like this, they said. But this is how I saw it. And this big moon last night, I thought was going to look a little bit like this. Or even this. But this is how it looked from the Pet Toon Studio balcony. And we won't go on about Brexit.
San Bernardino.
That was a hilarious little expose. But for art, after all, this is an art program. I'm going to do a bit of a drawing about the moon and the obvious disappointment to everybody that it provided last night. Here it comes. Now, there you go. Sometimes the media exaggerates things just a little, and we're all left a little bit disappointed. But anyway, it's been a great show here today. Thanks for joining us. Thanks to all the millions of people that are tuned into the Pet Toon Channel. Your support is very much appreciated. But until tomorrow, or the next day, whenever the hell I get one out, I'll be seeing you.